run across some really cool stuff on the show floor, and our next guest is no exception. He's got a solution that America has been itching for. What? Yes. Well, if you're like me and you live in South Florida or anywhere where we deal with mosquitoes, which is pretty much anywhere in the world, I guess, except maybe the South Pole, or I don't know. But that's always a problem. Well, the itching is what's more of a problem. Well, our next guest solves that problem with a very cool, ingenious, innovative new product that works with our smartphone. Go figure, to relieve the itching. He is the COO and founder of a company called Heat It. Yeah, and his name is Armin Meyer?
Yes.
Meyer. I got it right the first time.
Perfect. You had it perfect the first time.
So, Armin, welcome into Tomorrow. Thanks for giving us a couple of minutes, because when one of our producers, Rick, found you here on the show floor, we finished another interview across the aisle, and Rick says, Dave, come check this out. Because he knows I'm so sweet. Mosquitoes love me. Or maybe it's just because I'm so pale. I don't know, whatever it is, the fact is I get bitten a lot. And this isn't going to prevent bites, but it's going to eliminate the itching that otherwise occurs.
Exactly, that's what bothers you. It's not the bite, it's the itch afterwards. And it's an awesome principle. You really just need to heat up an insect bite and it cures the symptoms, like the itch from a mosquito, but it also works for a bee or a wasp or really any other insect.
And really? So, and what you have beats sticking our arm in an oven or something. Don't do that. Do not do that. The point is when you talk about heat is going to solve the itching, then how is it that Heat It does that job?
Well, it's actually just that. Like, you have an app, you choose some treatment settings because it's very individual, or like different if it's a mosquito or a bee. How sensitive are you yourself to heat? What part of your body is affected? So you choose effectively a duration and a temperature. And all you actually have to do is say start. It heats up on the bottom a little plate, and you hold that together with the phone onto the bite. And the treatment only lasts a couple of seconds, and afterwards you're relieved of the symptoms, like the itch or the pain. They go away and they don't come back.
Really? Now, how do I know things like duration? I mean, do I have to work with it a couple of times after a couple mosquito bites, and I hope I get them, so I'm not going to bite anybody else. But the fact is, if it relieves itching that fast, man, I'm all in.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. To the first question, it's super individual. So we have over 500,000 customers, and they say there's not one setting that fits all. Some people are just different, so they find one setting and then they stick to it because that works perfect. So we cannot say choose that setting for a mosquito, but you just find whatever works best, and then it's super easy. You just say start, you treat yourself, and that's really all there is to it.
And you mentioned also bee stings and wasp and whatever else, that it does the same thing because it's all about heating properly, right?
Yes, exactly. So the principle behind this is your body releases histamines as a reaction to the foreign substance. And the temperature shock blocks your cells from releasing histamines. So it really has nothing to do really with the insect directly. You do something against your body reaction against it. And that's why it works so neatly, and doesn't matter if it's a bee or a mosquito. Of course, most people get bit by mosquitoes, so that's the typical case.
Yeah, they're quite plentiful, especially in Miami. I mean, that happens. And like you mentioned before the interview, it's pretty much summer year-round in Miami, so mosquitoes are always there, those friendly little suckers. You mentioned also, you indicate what body part is affected. Does that make a difference?
Well, yeah, it makes a difference indirectly because you're very differently sensitive. Like on your neck, the heat feels really hot, and below your foot, for instance, it's much cooler. And you need this temperature shock that you feel a pain. So that's why you need to adjust kind of to where you are treating yourself. And that's why we have those treatment options.
Yeah. So we'll really feel a little heat in essence, but then it's, like you say, a few seconds. Exactly. And it's this, we'll hold the phone still so Chris can shoot it again. There's a little simple USB-C device, in this case for an Android, and there's lightning cable for iPhone and USB-C coming out now too, right?
Yeah, so the USB-C one, the one we have in here, just works with Android, but our new products work with the iPhone 15 as well, because it's also USB-C. Yeah. And we have the Lightning version for the older iPhones. Exactly. Yeah.
Terrific. Now the important question: what's the cost? Is this something that's affordable?
Yeah. So we sell them for $40 each. So you just have to decide which version you need, and then it's $40. You go to Amazon. We're at REI, for instance. We have our own online store. Of course, we're always most happy about purchasing there. Yeah, and that's where you can get them easily, and then you have them a couple days later, and don't have to bother or get bothered by insect bites anymore.
I love it. Or if you are bothered by it, you don't have to be itching for a solution. I love that line. I mean, this is basically an insect bite healer, it seems. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the neat part about it, and we designed it in a way that it actually can help you wherever you are. So it's so small and designed for a keychain, for instance, that you have it with you and you don't need to think about it because you don't go out planning, I'm going to be bit today. It just happens. And so when you have it, you just take it out, put it into the phone, treat yourself, put it away, and don't have to think about it anymore.
And of course, the app is included, or you simply download the app from either app store and you're good to go.
Absolutely, of course. The app is for free and will always be, and the app really just is a remote control. You pay for the device once, and then you have it, and it works. It barely uses any battery, so you can do like 1,000 treatments roughly with one battery charge. But of course, you charge your phone every day anyway, so it's really just negligible that like it takes any energy.
1,000 mosquito bites, I'd be in the hospital, so I guess it won't really matter in the long run.
Exactly. I hope no one gets it, and openly, if you have 1,000, then as you say, go see a doctor. Don't try this product because it's gonna take forever, and you have other issues.
Yeah, very true. Or a lot of bee stings or wasps. I mean, if you're attacked like that, this isn't going to solve the problem. You better seek medical attention.
Absolutely, yeah.
But keep one of these handy. And I like how you mentioned throw it on your keychain or something. Yeah. You never know. You know, it's like I always have the philosophy, bring an umbrella because it won't rain. You have it and you won't need it.
Yeah.
Have this with you at all times. Throw it on your keychain and hopefully you don't need it very often.
Exactly. Or as you mentioned in the beginning, have someone next to you who is a mosquito magnet and attracts all the mosquitoes. Then you don't even need this at all, but then you will need it.
Yeah, right. First thing Armin said to me before the interview too is, well, if you get bit that much, I want to stand next to you. Yeah, great. So I'll attract the bad boys and girls. Well, it's only one species. It's only males that bite or females
it's
that
only
bite?
Females, yes. So that's
of course it is.
Yeah, of course.
But I've been married twice.
Isn't it a neat feeling that all the females want to get to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to look at it that way from now on. Oh, I love it. Armin, thank you. You are a delight to chat with. He's the COO and founder of the company called Heat Hit. Now, here's the key when you want to get to their website. The word heat dash IT, as in into tomorrow. heatit.com. So heat-it.com. Obviously, we'll get you there too. Visit us at intotomorrow.com. Thank you for joining us, especially last second when we thought, hey, let's do an interview, and you didn't refuse.
No, thank you so much for being here. It has been a pleasure. It was quite fun. One of my best moments today. It was quite fun.
Well, thanks. Hopefully, it'll become one of your best moments of the week.
At least.
At least. Check out this interview, especially if you're listening on radio or the stream or podcast. You want to see this product and see Armin talking about it. Do that easily at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. Stay tuned. Much more very innovative products and cool things from CES 2024 here in Las Vegas, right here on the Advanced Media Network.